Most people who can't afford a home think something is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. The housing market changed fast. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly which belief has been keeping you stuck and why letting go of it might be the only thing standing between you and owning a home. Hi, my name is Matthew. I've been a real estate agent and a mortgage broker. But more importantly, Tawnee and I held this same belief for years, and letting go of it is what changed everything for us. Here's what most people are living with right now. You want to own a home. You wanted it for a long time. But every time you look at prices, run the numbers, or try to figure out how to make it work, it doesn't. So you keep renting, or you're living with family, telling yourself you'll figure it out eventually. And every year that goes by, it feels a little more out of reach. And here's why most people stay stuck. It's not that they're not trying hard enough. It's not that they're not saving enough. It's that they're carrying a belief they never even chose. A belief that was handed to them by the culture, by their parents, by the housing industry itself. And that belief sounds like this. A home is a traditional house in a traditional neighborhood with a traditional mortgage. That's what a home looks like. That's the only path. And when that path doesn't work, and for most people right now it doesn't, the whole dream feels impossible. Not because home ownership is impossible, but because that one specific version of it is out of reach for most of us. But what if the belief is wrong? What if a home doesn't have to look like what you were taught it should look like? Tawnee and I held that belief too. We thought a home meant a traditional house in a traditional neighborhood with a traditional mortgage. And when we couldn't afford that, we felt stuck. Until we started asking a different question. Not, how do we afford the home everybody told us to want? But what kind of home can we actually afford to own? And that question opened up a world we didn't even know existed. Tiny homes, shed home conversions, barndominium homes, small and full-size homes built differently at a fraction of the cost. And a two-step method that broke the whole thing into affordable, manageable pieces. Once we let go of what we thought a home had to be, we could finally see alternative home solutions we could actually afford. We found an affordable piece of land in a beautiful, peaceful location. We used rent-to-own financing to get a tiny home shed cabin on the property for a $1,000 deposit. No bank, no credit check, no proof of income. We finished it out into a small cabin for around $30,000. A couple of years later, we built the 2,400 square foot barndominium home we live in today, on the same land. Our daughter lives in the tiny home cabin next door. And we did it all without a big 30-year mortgage. Here's what Tawnee and I discovered. The biggest barrier to home ownership for most people isn't only money. It's the definition of a home they've been taught to look for. Once that definition expands, something interesting happens. Options appear that weren't visible before. And that's really what the 3 keys to affordable home ownership are all about. Location, housing type, and financing options. Any one of these keys can open up new possibilities. Combined, they can make homeownership a reality for you.